So it's Star Wars time again.
It is already.
Yeah, so Solo, a Star Wars story, has
Mm-hmm.
just come out, directed by Ron Howard. And once again, you went to see it,
I couldn't
and
resist
I
it.
did not. So I'm just going to stand here in silence while you have a
You
little
could
chat
chip
about
in,
it.
it's fine.
I'll chip in. I have to say I'm really not as fussed anymore by this one as any of the others.
I think, well, you're not alone, I don't think. I was unsure until, then the trailers came out and I thought, actually, it was quite fun. I thought, why not?
That's what Star Wars is supposed to be, isn't it?
Well,
A bit of fun.
exactly. So, yeah. So, anyway, as you say, it's directed by Ron Howard. Everyone probably knows he took over from Phil Lord and Chris Miller. It seemed like they were trying to make it a bit too comedic for Disney's tastes, and I think they're big fans of improv, which, again, I don't think that really would have suited Star Wars, to be honest. I don't know. It would have, certainly be interesting to see the finished result, but I don't think Disney were prepared to take that risk, unsurprisingly. So yeah, we ended up with a Ron Howard directed film, and I think he reshot quite a lot of it. So yeah, that's what we got. And Han Solo, rather. He does actually correct somebody who calls him Han Solo in the film, which is quite funny. Is played by Alden Ehrenreich.
Never heard of him.
I think the only thing I've seen him in previously is Hail Caesar, the Coen Brothers film.
Oh, that's right.
And
of
he's the
course,
guy
he
who does
plays
the
that.
"Would that it were so simple" line, or
Yeah.
whatever it was. I think that was it. People moaned when he was cast because he doesn't look like Harrison Ford, but the problem is that only Harrison Ford looks like Harrison Ford.
Well, this is
So unless they're going to spend millions of dollars de-aging him for the entire film, there's what are you going to do? So he does a decent job of it. I thought this is a different Han Solo. Obviously he's younger. He's not as cynical as he is when we first meet him in in A New Hope. So he's played slightly differently. But I thought he did a fine job. Basically, yeah, it charts his early life, and he's on Corellia, his birth planet, and he's like a street kid basically, and he's working for a crime boss, and trying to steal things and stuff like that. They just want to escape basically, which he does, and he joins the Empire. He doesn't really want to, but he doesn't have a lot of choice. And then we cut a few years later, and and the story goes on from there. And he gets in with Woody Harrelson's crew, and of course he meets Chewbacca as well, which I think they could have really messed it up. Them meeting for the first time, but I thought it was great. Their meeting was just brilliant. I really thought that was well done. And yeah, they didn't. As far as I'm concerned, they didn't mess it up. It's just a fun film. If you're looking for a real deep investigation of Han Solo's psyche and his motivations, then you're not going to get it really. That's not what the film does. Which I guess you could criticise it for that. But it's just a Star Wars film, so it's not.
Well, yeah, none of the Star
They
Wars
never go
films
that deep
do
into
they?
anything. No, I think maybe.
The Star Wars films basically are the modern day swashbuckle
Yeah,
film.
yeah,
Yeah,
and that's what it does. I mean,
not
there's
supposed to do much else than just be a fun
exactly.
film.
There's lots of references in it to other things in the Star Wars universe, like characters and things like that. That unless I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge, so there's bound to be stuff that I missed that that was referenced. But there's definitely a few little things that if you are aware of various characters and things that you will pick up on. And there is a cameo from a character that I certainly didn't expect, and I don't think anyone else will be expecting either. Donald Glover was great as Lando. I think everyone expected him to be, just from the trailers, he looked the part, and he does. He just plays it really well. I mean, there's been some discussion of his gender fluidity of Lando. I don't know. Maybe I'm just incredibly naive and I don't notice these things. But I mean, he's always, he was always a flamboyant guy when he was played by Billy D. Williams. He wears capes, so But I don't know. It just And there is a thing between him and his droid, which it's a bit odd, but there's not a lot made of it, and it's mainly played for laughs. So. And the other thing is, his droid is another snarky robot, which we kind of had in Rogue One. So it feels like it's a little bit repeating itself, but the robot is different, and different enough to still be an enjoyable character. I felt so yeah. And I think that maybe the weakest thing I felt was the villain, played by Paul Bettany. And he was fine in it. He just didn't have a great deal to do. And I don't know, it didn't feel particularly threatening. I don't know, I probably need to watch it again to make up my mind on that. But I felt it was a little bit disappointing. But apart from that, I think it does what it says on the tin. It is, it's a film about Han Solo, and it fills in some of the gaps that maybe he didn't want filled in. But what it has filled in, I don't think it's done in a bad way. I mean, if you think some of the prequels have kind of taken away from the original trilogy, some of the things that they did, but I don't think this does. Like I say, the meeting between Han and Chewie, and the meeting between Han and Lando, they're well done, and they don't take anything away from their interactions in the original films. So yeah, that's it. It's not a deep character study of Han, unfortunately. So if that's what you're looking for, you're going to be disappointed. But if you're looking for a fun Star Wars film, with some great set pieces and some decent characters, then that's what you get.
So that was Solo, a Star Wars story.
A Star Wars story.
A Star Wars story. So if you've seen it or you're going to see it, leave us a comment. We'd love to know. Well, one of us would love to know. But other than that, check out some of our other videos. Well, isn't this the 50th one?
It is the 50th video.
50
yes.
videos.
What a milestone.
Still going. Yeah, so that's great. And we'll be back tomorrow for the 51st video.
Yep.
Check that out.
The road to 100.
Exactly. Getting closer. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.
Yeah.